Hello friends, this is Dr. Mitesh Gala, presently teaching in Campin School. Welcome to the online teaching resource. Hi, we're getting into sum number 16. So just draw the rough diagram, see what you understand, and then we can go about it. Yeah, so if you look at the rough diagram right up over there, you will see that the side is given to us as 4 and the diagonal is given to us as 5. Now using the side and the diagonal, since you're constructing a rectangle, we should obviously know that rectangle, all the angles are 90 degrees. So let's begin with the base as 4 centimeters. So drawing the base as 4 centimeter, as you can see right over there. Yeah, once you have the base as 4 centimeter, naming it as A and B. And now for 90 degrees, obviously from A as well as from B, both places, right? So how are you going to get your 90 degrees from B? So cut an arc of 180 degrees, extend your lines on either side, or take 120, 60 and 120. So from B, we're cutting an arc of suitable radius. Once we cut the arc just like this, as you can see right out over there, cut first 60 degree, and then from this point further, you cut one more 60 degree. So what basically now we get is your 120 degrees. Now cutting 60 and 120, as you can see, so first arc from here at 60 and then second arc from here, another bisecting 60 and 120. So now what you can see right up over there is your 90 degrees from B. Now you know that diagonal AC is 5 centimeter. So keep your compass on point A and cut 5 centimeters to get AC. So keeping the compass on A, as you can see right over there, cutting an arc of 5 centimeters, what we get is point C. If I join point C, obviously I get the triangle ABC. Now how will I get the other part? So the easiest method is measure BC, which is going to be 3, and you know AB is 4. So that way we can do, or take one more 90 degree from A. So I'm taking one more 90 degree from A. Not exactly, I have measured BC, which is 3, and I cut from here 3, and then from C I'm cutting 4. So that is the point of intersection, because it's a rectangle, so opposite sides are equal, and I get point D. Joining it, obviously I get my entire rectangle now, as you can see right over there. Yeah, so the most important thing that we have to remember is to measure BC. Once we measure BC, which you can see right there, you can take the same thing on the other side, that is AD as well, and your rectangle is ready. The angles of rectangle are always 90 degrees. Don't forget that. Remember that always. How many of you all could manage to get this sum on their own? Wow, that's brilliant. Good job, guys. And in the end, write the measure of the other side. That's what the question is. So you will say, therefore, the measure of other side is 3 centimeters, which we've already measured. Great job. So let's begin with the next one. This is sum number 19. When you look at sum number 19, draw the rough diagram on your own and then come back. Let's see how many of you can at least draw the rough diagram. Okay, did you read it? It says area is 36 and height is 4.5. So area and height are given. Using area and height right up over there, can you see now? Yes, you can say area upon height is equal to base. And therefore your base becomes, when you divide these two, as 8 centimeters. Once you got your base as 8 centimeters, now you know the base as 8 centimeter. Okay, so the base is known. You also know the height, which becomes the breadth as 4.5, and you know each angle is 90 degrees. So it's very simple now. So come on, pause the video on your own, try the entire sum, and only then come back. So first, starting with the base as 8 centimeters AB. So I am drawing a segment AB of 8 centimeters, plotting A and B. The second step that I need to do, once this side is ready, now I need to take AB 90 degrees from A and 90 degrees from B as well. So take one big arc of suitable radius from A or B, and then cut the same thing to get 60 degrees. Without changing the radius, keep your compass on this point now and cut an arc. Once you get this first arc cut that you can see right now, now keep your compass on this point and again cut one more arc. And then take the 60 and 90 both and bisect it further with suitable radius again. So once you keep this, now don't change the measurement of the radius. From here again cut an arc. So what we've now got, that you can see right over there, is a point of intersection. When I join it with A, the 90 degree is ready for me. So I got angle A as 90 degrees. Once I've got angle A as 90, I know the height is 4.5. So from A, I can cut 4.5 and I can get the first point D, which is what we were looking out for. So now you got D. Now you got two choices. Either go to B, again take 120 degree at this point from B, okay, take 90 degree up over there and then go ahead, or you already know two sides AB and AD, so from B cut an arc of 4.5 and then from D cut an arc, which we did in the previous sum. So in this particular sum I'm doing the second method, so which you can see right now. From B I'm taking 180 degrees, yeah, and then cutting an arc, suitable radius, one more arc, and we are trying to get 90 degree. Basically we are getting the 90 degree. So from 60 cutting the first arc, then from 120 we will cut the second arc. The point of intersection which we get here, if you join with B, your 90 degree is ready. So can you see this 90 degree very clearly now? Super. So now that your 90 degree is there, from B cut 4.5. That is your point C, which you will see right over there now, right? So let's cut from point B an arc of 4.5. So I have already got my point B right over there, and then above that point C. Join CD, rectangle is ready. The second easier method would have been from B cut 4.5 and from D cut 8. So you don't have to do this 90 degree which we did, you would have saved your time. So I'm doing both the methods, so you know both the methods are possible. Yeah, so that's how your rectangle ABCD it should be. I have written E, my mistake, I'm sorry. Change that E to C. So your ABCD rectangle is ready then. How many of you all were able to do this on their own? Great. The only difference with this one is that they've given you the area and the base, or area and the height. We found the base. There is nothing else apart from this. I hope you could manage this one. So the next sum that I want you to try is sum number 20. So come on, draw the rough diagram. It's a trapezium. A very good question from exam point of view. So please try your best. Once you draw your rough diagram, only then come back. Until then, pause the video and try on your own. Okay, so can you see the rough diagram on top? They have given us that BC is 6.8, AB is 4.8, angle B is 60 degree and CD is 5.4. They also said that BC is parallel to AD. Now when BC and AD are parallel, then you can say that angle A plus angle B is 180. Why are they 180? Co-interior angles. So therefore, can you find angle A right now? 120 degrees. Yeah, you don't need to mention anything, directly write in the rough diagram 120. That is more than enough for us to understand. Now you can start the sum, and this 120 degree which we got angle A is going to become your trump gradually. So let's begin. First, constructing the base BC as 6.8. So that you can see right over there, the base being constructed, point B and point C is 6.8. The next thing you need to do is angle B 60 degree. To take angle B as 60 degree, keep your compass on point B and cut an arc of suitable radius. Alright, so let's keep the compass on B, an arc of suitable radius. Now keep your compass on this point over here. Without changing the radius, cut one more arc, like you can see right now. This becomes your 60 degree. So let's join this point of intersection and B together. And what we now get is a line which makes angle B as 60 degree. Let's cut AB as 4.8 since we know it. And we have found point A straight away right over here. So this is going to be my point A at 4.8 from B. Now that we've reached here, how to go further? Because now what you know is only DC. You can't go further. So your trump, do you remember? 120 degrees. Superb. So from this point A that you can see right up over there, we'll construct an arc. First cut an arc at 60, then second arc at 120, and that is the angle that we are looking at. So first one 60 degree. Now from A, from this point cut one more arc, suitable radius, no, same radius, don't forget that. And then A and this point of intersection, join these two. So you manage to get a line parallel to BC. When we got two lines parallel to each other, now I can take this CD and cut 5.4. You've got two choices, either cut 5.4 outside right over here or take it inside. Okay, so either I can cut here or I could have cut here. But if you cut inside, it becomes too steep and difficult. Both will be given correct, so don't worry. For me right now, this is an easier option. So cut at this point D right over here, which you can see on the screen. Join. At every point of time, any sum in construction, you forgot labeling anything, you've lost your marks. So see to it, you label everything. As you can see, 5.4 has been written here, 6.8 has been written there down, point C, point D, everything has been mentioned. So please see to it, you do not forget labeling, otherwise you're going to lose your marks. So that's your sum number 20. Very important, put a star besides it. That's a trapezium. Alright, now that we are in trapezium, one of my favorite question in this exercise, sum number 21. Put a star besides it. Very good question from exam point of view. Draw the rough diagram, think how are you going to draw, and then come back. If you think you're getting it, you're genius. I'm really impressed. But if you're not getting it, I'm going to help you, so don't worry. So come on, pause your video, try drawing the rough diagram, and then come back. Alright, I hope most of you all were honest, you tried it and then you came back. Now if you look up over there on the screen, I have drawn the rough diagram with that red line, can you see? Because without that red line, it is impossible to construct this. They have given us that AB, the base is 3.2, BC also is 3.2, DC is 5.4 and BC is 6. So with this dimensions, we had to construct a trapezium. So now constructing a trapezium, I have taken base as BC. Now with BC, further how will I go? Because both 3.2 are given and nothing can be done beyond that. So the best option is construct that red line, which will be parallel to AB. If that red line is parallel to AB, then I can say AB, that point and point D becomes a parallelogram. And therefore the base BM will become 4.4 and DM will become 3.2. So what you are going to do, how are you going to start? First draw your base BC as 6, then from point B cut an arc of 4.4, then from that point of 4.4, maybe M or N, I don't remember, from that point cut an arc to point D as 3.2 and from C also cut an arc 3.2. Where these two arcs will intersect will become your point D. So at least you located D, and then from D you can go on to point A. From B and A both arcs to be cut. Pause the video, try. If you don't get it, come back, I'm helping you, don't worry. So let's see, how do we start? So taking the base as 6, first thing, then marking it as point B and C. The good advice is always whenever you draw something, immediately mark it up over there only, so you don't forget labeling it later on. So BC 6 centimeters. Keep your compass on B as we decided and cut an arc of 4.4 to get a new point. Alright, so we got 4.4. Let's name this point as point N. Okay, now from point N cut an arc of 3.2 and from C, so from C and N both, so from N, can you see that, cutting an arc, and then from C cutting an arc of 3.2 from both the places. Wherever the 2 points intersect, I get my point D straight away. So my point D is right up over there, can you see that? Yeah, point D. So I managed to get point D at least. How many of you all could do this on their own? Great job, keep it up. Now that you got D, go to that point D. From there cut an arc of 4.4, then go to this point B right over there at the bottom and cut 3.2 again. Wherever these two will intersect will get you your point A. So keeping your compass on point D, let's cut an arc. Always label, I'm repeatedly telling you all, don't forget that. So keeping your compass on B, first cutting 3.2 and then keeping your compass on D and cutting 4.4. Wherever these 2 points intersect, as you can see right over there, name it as point A. Once you got A, join it, and that's what your trapezium is. Wasn't it a lovely question? That's why I said it's very close to my heart. So joining AB and joining AD finishes my trapezium ABCD. A very important sum from exam point of view. Please label everything, as you can see right over there, 3.2, point C, then point D and everything. So don't forget labeling, otherwise you are going to lose your marks. Please try this sum if you've copied it from here on your own once again once you finish this. Okay, be honest. The next sum I want you to try is sum number 24. This time we are getting into rhombus. So we did rectangle, then we did trapezium, and now we are getting into rhombus. The properties of rhombus are diagonals bisect each other at right angle. Don't forget that, at right angle. This is similar to once we had done parallelogram before with diagonals known to us. The only difference is there the angle between the diagonals was 60 degrees and here no angle is given because you already know that the diagonals bisect at right angle. So let's begin with this. Draw the rough diagram. Okay, does it look like that? Perfect. So you know the two diagonals and that's it, nothing else. So starting with the first diagonal as our base. So let's begin. So I'm taking the diagonal AC as 6.3 as my base. Plotting it as A and C. Please immediately label it so you don't forget it right at the end. So there you can see up over there A and point C 6.3. So now that I have labeled it, I know this is one of the diagonals. Bisect it. How will you bisect? So keep your compass on point A, cut an arc more than half. Don't forget, more than half up and more than half down of suitable radius. Now that you got the radius on your compass, don't change it and keep it on this point C right over here. Okay, and then cut an arc from here of the same radius up as well as down. Once you cut both the arcs up and down, join the 2 points of intersections, that is this, and what you get is a new line. Now you know that the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other at right angle. That means this line which we've created just now is the line where you will see point B somewhere here and point D somewhere here. We don't know. So we name this point as N and the other diagonal is 5.8. So take half of that because bisecting. So 2.9, cutting an arc from N up over there of 2.9. Likewise cutting an arc down also. Can you see 2.9? Again keeping it on N and cutting an arc down of 2.9 so that the total of both becomes 5.8. Are you getting it? Name the first point up over there as B and the one down over there as point D. Okay, and then join ABCD. So I'm first joining AB, further joining BC, and then joining CD and AD, and then we will label it also. So what you've now got is your rhombus with two diagonals known to us. Only two diagonals were given, nothing else, but we knew that the diagonals bisect at right angle. This typical sum of diagonals being given can be given with parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, but you have to remember only with rhombus this only is the diagonal, whereas with rectangle and parallelogram this is not going to be your diagonal. The diagonal will be at some angle which they will give it to you and you have to draw that. Alright, so I hope you could manage this. Please don't forget labeling it so that you don't lose your marks. The next one is sum number 25. A good question. They've given you one side which is 5 centimeter and they've given you the height of the rhombus as 2.6. Your target is to construct the rhombus. Come on, draw your rough diagram. Does it look like this? Great. So the base is given, or one side or maybe all four sides are 5 and the height is 2.6. Nothing else has been given. So how will you begin? Obviously you will begin with the base as 5 and then the height is given. So you remember the method where we went outside the base and constructed 90 degrees and cut to get MN and then again come back with 90 degree? Exactly. So come on, try it with that method. Pause the video, try on your own and see if you can manage. In the meanwhile, I'll start over here. So I'm starting with a base. Let's call it as AB, 5 centimeters. Immediately label it, don't forget. After that, I have to go outside this line. So I'll extend line AB onto my left hand side. Okay, as you can see right over there. So 5 centimeters AB. Now extending from point A outside and then random anywhere I'm taking point M. Extending it and then anywhere here you can take M. There is no specification as such where to take M. Now that you've taken M, from M we want 90 degrees. So keep your compass on M, 180 degrees, that you can see over here the arc in blue. Then at 0 cut an arc, extend it slightly so it looks smoother, and then at this point keep your compass right over here and cut the second arc. So what you've got now is this point of intersection. When you join with M is your 90 degrees straight away, right? Now that you know that the height is 2.6, keep your compass on M, cut an arc of 2.6. Okay, this arc which you're going to cut now at 2.6 will fetch you your point N, that is the height for this rhombus, which we are trying to draw. So name it as N, and then from this point N you again need to draw 90 degrees. So from N cut an arc again of suitable radius. So keep your compass on N, cut an arc right over here as you can see right up over there. So I am cutting an arc of 180 and then at this point cut an arc, suitable radius slightly extended without changing. Now on this point cut the second arc, the point of intersection which you can see right up over there. Okay, this one and this point, join both of them and extend it extensively because we don't know where it is going to be. So now on this line that you can see right over here is going to be your point C and D somewhere, but where we don't know. So they have given to us that the height is 2.6 and sides are 5. So we know that these two sides of BC and AD also are 5. So from A, I'm cutting an arc of 5. Then from B also I'll cut an arc of 5. So I will get C and D and I will join it. So come on, pause, complete at least now. So that's the first arc, right? You can see over there. Let's name it as point D. And then one more arc 5 centimeters again, because all sides are 5 centimeters. So I'll name this as point C, point D, and join all of them, which is 5 centimeters. And what I will obviously get is my rhombus ABCD. How many of you all could manage this on your own without help at all? Brilliant. You all are really doing well. I'm very impressed. I hope you're enjoying constructions, by the way, and I hope you're enjoying this video as well. So there you can see your point C coming up and the entire construction being made, A, B, C, D. I'm really enjoying, guys. I hope you are also enjoying this one. Yeah, great job. The next one is sum number 27. Beautiful sum. You really have to think and real construction skills. Okay, so draw the rough diagram. Let's see if you can tackle it. There, your rough diagram right on top. Can you see? They have given you that one diagonal is 6 and the height is 3.5. That's it. Nothing else has been given. Not even your base. So how shall we start this sum? So you start with a random base, just point A. We don't know where point B is. So I'm just drawing a random measurement line. We don't know how much is it. So a random measurement, okay, and fix your point A. Having fixed your point A, they said height 3.5. So you remember, if height is there, extend your line onto the left hand side, right? Fix a point M, and then from that point perpendicular, cut the measurement of height, that is 3.5. So I'm fixing a point M over here. Once I fix 180 degrees, right? And then the perpendicular 180, and then cutting from 0 and 180. I hope by now you become pro with this. You should know this. So first arc from 0, second arc from 180, and then the point of intersection and M, when we join, we get the perpendicular. So your perpendicular is right over there. Can you see that? Brilliant. Now before the perpendicular, only the compass has cut an arc of 3.5. I'm sorry, that should have been later. Anyways, the perpendicular is right over there. And then from point M, cut an arc of 3.5, which we've already seen over here. Name it as point N. So that we've got our height. So I know my point A right up over there. I know the height. So I used the height. I went up and got my N. Now what will I do? So from N, again 90 degrees, and let a line go like this over here. Once you get this line, then we'll see what can be done. At least till there I can reach. So from point N, cut an arc again 180 degrees. So keep your compass at this point N, 180 degrees. And then the first arc from 0, second arc from 180 of suitable radius. And then point of intersection with N, draw a line. So come on, pause, reach till here. Take your time, think. If you can get this, I will be seriously impressed. You must think. Only once you are unable to do, then come back. So I'm sure everyone reached till here, and I'm drawing an extensive line because I don't know where it is going to be. Now what to do? So they have given us that the diagonal, one diagonal is 6. So I'm considering that one diagonal as AC, keeping the compass on A and cutting an arc. This point which I will get will become C. So I will get at least AC. So let's draw till there. Everyone draw till there and pause your video right now. Think after that what you're going to do. If you get it, great. If you don't get it, come back then. So that's my point C, and I can draw AC as 6 centimeters, which is already given to us. So we are through till here. Now we need to think, how will I get my point B and my point D? Come on, who can help me? Somewhere on this line is my point B right over here, and someone on top somewhere here is my point D, but where, I don't know. What are we constructing? Are we constructing a parallelogram? Yeah. So what are the property of a parallelogram? Or are we constructing a rhombus? I think rhombus, right? So if you're constructing a rhombus, what are the property of the diagonals? Perfect. Diagonals bisect each other at right angles. That means if this is AC, then the BD will be at the right angle and at the middle of this AC. So can you just get a perpendicular bisector of AC? There you go. If you get the perpendicular bisector of AC, wherever it hits over here and here, will automatically become your point B and D. See how it goes. So there you go. Keeping your compass on point A, Okay, cut an arc greater than half up and down. Same radius without changing it, keep it on point C right up over there then, and cut an arc up and down both places. So I'm keeping it here, cutting an arc up and then cutting an arc down right over here, right? Wherever the 2 points of intersections, join them and I will get my bisector of AC. This bisector obviously contains B and D because the diagonals bisect each other. Now, wherever this point over here intersects becomes your point B, and this point over here becomes your point D. And then when you join all four of them, what you get is your rhombus. So let's see. I've got my point B and D. So I'm marking first the midpoint P, then I'm marking down over here as point B, and over here point D. This P, if you do not mark, that's all right, it's not required technically speaking. And then let's join BC and AD. So joining BC, joining AD, and that's what your entire rhombus is all about. Isn't it a lovely question? Just think, the one who makes all these questions, what creative mindset they must have got. They just gave us the diagonal and the height, nothing else. We used the diagonal and the height with a random line first. We extended this, we went to 3.5, we extended this, somewhere was DNC, we cut AC at 6, and then perpendicular bisector to get B and D. How many enjoyed this sum? Brilliant. I hope you enjoyed constructions with me. We did three things: constructions of rectangle, construction of trapezium, and construction of rhombus. I hope you enjoyed doing all that with me, and most of the sums were done by you, that's what I'm assuming. Finally, homework. I want you to do the following sums as your homework. Sum number 15, 17, 23 and 26. Please see to it you honestly do all these sums without copying. Try on your own. See how well can you do it, right? Until the next video, take care, stay safe and pray for everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do write your math experience in the comment section. Thank you.